Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Thank you.
I'm nice, thanks. Okay, now we are from Group 1. We will present our discussion about translation, especially conversation in YouTube with the source language and target language. Before we start our presentation today, let me introduce our member of group. I am Ignacia Malimau as moderator, and here we have 5 presenters. So presenters, time is yours.
Okay, my name is Maria Sandra Yantineti. I am the first speaker. I am Putri Fanabu. I am the second speaker.
My name is Vinicius Oka. I am the third speaker.
My name is Kristen Punan. I am the fourth speaker.
My name is Jose Valviati Sensera. I am the last speaker.
Okay, thank you presenters for introducing yourself. Now we move to the presentation section. So, to the first speakers, time is yours.
Okay, everyone. The first source language. Hi, how are you doing today? And target language. Hai, bagaimana kabar kamu hari ini? The second source language. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you? And target language. Aku baik-baik saja, terima kasih. Bagaimana denganmu? Source language. I'm good. I'm good too. So, I was thinking about the differences between village life and city life. What do you think about it? And target language, aku juga baik-baik saja. Jadi, saya sedang berpikir tentang perbedaan antara kehidupan di desa dan kehidupan di kota. Bagaimana pendapat kamu tentang hal ini?
Next, we move to the second speakers. Time is yours.
Okay. Oh, that's an interesting topic. I personally prefer village life because it's more peaceful and closer to nature. What about you? Target language? Oh, itu topik yang menarik. Saya pribadi lebih menyukai kehidupan di desa karena lebih tenang dan dekat dengan alam. Bagaimana dengan kamu? Third language? Well, I have lived in both village and city, and I think both have their pros and cons. For example, in the village, people are more friendly and helpful, but the facilities are not as in the city. Target language? Ya, saya pernah tinggal di desa dan kota, dan menurut saya, keduanya memiliki kelebihan dan kekurangannya masing-masing. Contohnya, di desa, masyarakatnya lebih ramah dan damai, namun fasilitasnya tidak secanggih di kota. Third language? Yeah, I agree with you. In the city, there are more opportunities for education, employment, and entertainment, but it's also more crowded and polluted. Target language? Ya, saya setuju dengan kamu. Di kota terdapat lebih banyak kesempatan untuk memperoleh pendidikan, pekerjaan, dan hiburan. Namun, wilayah ini juga lebih ramai dan tercemar.
Next, we move to the third speakers. Time is yours.
Okay, we need to source language. Absolutely, I think it depends on the individual's priorities and lifestyle. For example, if someone wants to have a quiet and simple life, the village is a better option. But if someone wants to have a fast-paced and dynamic life, the city is a better option. Target language, tentu saja, menurut saya itu tergantung pada prioritas dan gaya hidup individu. Misalnya, jika seorang ingin memilih kehidupan yang tenang dan sederhana, desa adalah pilihan yang lebih baik. Tetapi jika seorang ingin memiliki hidup yang serba cepat dan dinamik, maka kota adalah pilihan yang lebih baik. source language. That's a good point. Also, in the village, people have closer relationship with their neighbors and they tend to support each other in times of need. But in the city, people are more independent and they rely on themselves more. Target language itu poin yang bagus. Selain itu di desa, masyarakat mempunyai hubungan yang lebih dekat dengan tetangganya dan mereka sebenarnya saling mendukung ketika dibutuhkan. Namun di kota, masyarakat lebih mandiri dan lebih bergantung pada diri sendiri.
Next, we move to the phone speakers. Time is yours.
Thank you. Yes, that's true. But on the other hand, in the city there are more diversity and exposure to different patterns which can broaden one's perspective. Target language? Ya, itu benar. Namun di sisi lain, di kota lebih banyak keberagaman dan tataran budaya yang berbeda sehingga dapat memperluas wawasan sumber. Such language, exactly, it is all about such language. I agree with you. So overall, I think both village and city life have their own merits and demerits. It's up to the person to decide what suits them best. Target language, saya setuju dengan kamu. Jadi secara keseluruhan, menurutku kehidupan di desa dan di kota memiliki kekurangan dan kelebihannya masing-masing. Terserah pada masing-masing orang untuk memutuskan mana yang paling cocok untuk mereka.
Okay, now we move to the last speakers. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So language, actually it's all about personal preference and beliefs, but it's always good to have a balance between the two if possible. Target language, sebenarnya ini semua tentang preferensi dan prioritas pribadi, namun sebaiknya selalu keseimbangan di antara keduanya jika memungkinkan. Soft language, yes, that's good idea. It's always good to express both ways of life and appreciate the difference. Target language, ya, itu ide yang bagus, selalu baik untuk mengalami sebuah cara hidup dan menghargai perbedaan.
Okay, thank you to the presenter for your presenting the material which very well. Now we move to the questions and answer section. In question section, we set a limit of 3 questioners. Each questioners only ask 1 question. If you have any question or suggestion, time is yours.
Oke, Bapak Ibu, lagi dan lagi. Do not just keep silent. Kamu, Pak.
Kali-kali pakai sweater.
Tenang ya. Boleh 2 apa? Saya 2 boleh.
Only 1 question.
Dua saya punya 3 nih.
Okay, thank you. Listen to my questions.
Actually, overall, your translations is good enough, yeah, and you prefer, but there are some that miss for me, yeah, as the reader. But I would like to focus on the last number 12. Which one, number 12? That's it? Yeah.
Yes, please.
So from the first line, from the first sentence until 11 is taken, you talk about the differences living in the village and then living in the city. But the last one, I am a little bit discouraged, annoying about this. Ya, itu ide yang bagus, selalu baik untuk mengalami kedua cara hidup.
agak janggal gitu. As a reader, when we catch like nggak enak ya, kok nggak enak ya gitu. Mengalami you just tell about the differences how to live in the city and then the village. But mengalami for me as a reader, kenapa tiba-tiba awalnya itu beda, hidup di kota begini gitu. And then you force the reader and the last one harus mengalami keduanya. In my mind ya, by looking at this one, selalu baik untuk mengalami kedua cara hidup. So means one people should experience both of them. Mengalami kedua-duanya berarti pikiran saya. Ya, ada kamu itunya kontradiksi dari pertama mereka cerita kontradiksi. Tapi kenapa first adalah to experience both of them? Harus dua-duanya gitu. Seolah-olah ya dari artinya itu seolah-olah harus mengalami ya kamu harus mengalami hidup di desa dan harus mengalami hidup di kota gitu. Dan menghargai perbedaan. That's it. So how you explain this? Okay. Nggak enak aja tuh dan isinya kayak gimana gitu. Next.
Okay, please introduce yourself and give your question.
My name is Aura, and now I want to ask you about what emotion are conveyed through the dialogue. What emotion are conveyed through the dialogue?
Next. Ayo.
Anyone else?
Ada.
Okay. Please introduce yourself and your question.
Okay, my name is Joanna Fernanda and from the Cape. My question is who are the speakers of the dialogue?
Okay, thank you for the questioners for your question. And now give our group 10 minutes to prepare the answers. Okay guys, now we move to the answer section. Now we will answer the question from Miss Iis. The question is, how do you explain the last sentence from the third language and the Tahir language, and the third speakers can explain to you guys. The speakers by themselves.
Okay, thank you for giving me. The purpose of this sentence is to give the listener an idea to try living in the village and in the city to gain experience and know the differences between life in village and life in city. That's all.
Don't you feel like the result of translation sounds like strange or unnatural atau tidak enak begitu? Doesn't make sense. Next, the second question. Let's discuss it. The second question.
Okay, now we will answer the question from Aura. And the question is, what emotion are conveyed through the dialogue? And Sandy as first speakers will answer. Sandy, time is yours.
The answer, the feeling conveyed in this text is curiosity or rasa ingin tahu, and openness because speaker A introduced the interesting topic, and speaker B expressed his interest in the topic about kehidupan di desa dan di kota.
Okay, the answer is clear. Thank you, Sandra.
Okay, Aura, do you agree with the answers?
Yes, I am okay with the answer.
Thank you. And now we move to the next answer. Now I will answer question from Juliana Elvira Colette from group 3. And the question is, who are the speakers of the dialogue? Okay, in the conversation, have two speakers, and speakers A is Mark, who is the boy, and the speaker B is Lisa, and who is a girl. That's all. Okay, Juliana, do you agree with my answer? Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, I think that's all our presentation for today. Thank you for your attention and participation. See you guys.
See you.